As Carter pushes Hope to wed, Liam asks for a second chance. Plus, Sheila demands details from Luna. In Forrester's design office, Will recovers from the shock of Elektra saying she didn't come home last night and asks her to stop playing. He saw her in her mask. Elektra teases that it must have been his other girlfriend. In the main office, Carter hugs Hope and notes she's been spending a lot of time with Liam. They recap what Bill's son has been through. Hope's just glad he's healthy and they can all move on. Carter croons about looking forward to their future. In the design office, Elektra tells Will that she texted him last night and alludes to tonight being their night. She complains about Lainey flirting with him at the party and then tells him he has to go as she has a meeting. She'll make it up to him tonight. Once alone with Ivy, Elektra laughs that Will was so out of it last night that he thought she came back to the party. She also teases that tonight's the night. Meanwhile, downstairs, Will spots Lainey and flashes to her flirting with him the night before. He approaches her and she tells him how great the after party was last night. She then reveals she and Zend went up dancing for hours, leaving Will more puzzled than ever. At Lai's place, Luna gushes to Sheila that her night with Will was absolutely incredible. When her granddaughter assures her that Will doesn't know she's alive, Sheila demands details. Flashing back, Luna fills her in on crashing the party in disguise, serving Will some very strong liquor, and someone bringing out masks. The night just unfolded with her in Will's bed. Explaining that she put on Elektra's mask after she left, Luna then admits she slipped into Will's bed. He was buzzed, but he was still amazing. Sheila moans, "Luna, tell me you didn't." She learns that Luna did indeed, and Will didn't know it was her. She was wearing Elektra's mask. Luna protests that she just needed one night with Will. This could change everything. At Bill's place, Liam tells his dad he's doing a lot better, remarking that it's all been surreal. Bill vows Buckingham will pay for what she did. Liam hopes he does, but otherwise he's ready to move on with his life. He marvels that he has a future now. In the understatement of the decade, Liam declares that he was wishy-washy in the past. Tired of that, he now knows exactly what he wants. Bill thinks he wants Hope and his family back. Liam shyly grins. At that very moment at Forrester, Carter's pushing Hope to get married soon so they can start their life together. "I don't want to spend another day not being your husband." Before she can respond, Ridge walks in and grunts about this being an office. Hope tells Carter they'll talk later and breezes out, leaving him unsettled. Ridge asks his pal what's going on, and Carter complains that Hope's spending all her time with Liam. Ridge downplays it and accuses his COO of being jealous. Carter grumbles that he just wants to move on with his life and get married. He's tired of waiting. Ridge suggests his friend is doing that thing where he rushes into something. Carter, irritated, wants to make Hope his wife and knows she feels the same way he does. Back at Bill's place, Hope arrives and she and Liam exchange silly grins. Bill makes nice with Hope and then exits. Liam appreciates his ex being there. In a sign of what's coming for Carter, Hope replies that there's no place else she'd rather be. As horns play in the background, Liam announces that he's been an idiot. How many times did she forgive his indecisiveness? Now he has clarity. Liam declares his love and tells Hope they've been given a second chance, more like 22nd, but who's counting? "We have to be a family again," he proclaims. Los Angeles is never short of drama, but this week's tangled web of love, loyalty, and manipulation has fans of the bold and the beautiful buzzing. Relationships are shifting at lightning speed, and familiar faces are finding themselves pulled in opposite directions, sometimes by their own hearts, other times by forces far more dangerous. At the center of it all, Hope Logan stands once again at a crossroads of love and obligation, while Liam Spencer struggles to carve out another chance. Meanwhile, lurking on the edges of the story like a storm cloud, Sheila Carter turns her focus onto Luna, pushing for secrets that could blow up lives across the board. Carter's push: marriage as the safe answer. Carter Walton has never been one to sit on the sidelines when it comes to romance. Known for his earnest heart and desire for stability, Carter has watched Hope drift in and out of complicated entanglements for years. Now, with Thomas gone overseas and her relationship left in limbo, Carter sees an opportunity, not for himself, but Forrester Creations suggests that Carter believes Hope's best path forward is to lock down a marriage that guarantees her emotional safety. But what marriage and with whom? That's the question eating away at the Forrester office chatter. Some suspect Carter might be trying to nudge Hope towards someone reliable, a partner who can ground her after the chaos she's endured. Others wonder if Carter is projecting his own longing for security onto Hope, desperate to see someone, anyone, avoid the kind of heartbreak he himself has faced. Either way, Carter's well-intentioned meddling could create more pressure than peace for Hope, especially since she is still reeling from her own feelings of confusion. The thought of marriage, so soon after losing Thomas and enduring Liam's back-and-forth love, feels more like a weight than a blessing. Liam's plea, one more chance. If Carter represents safety, Liam represents history, and history has a way of clawing its way back. Despite their painful past, Liam can't seem to let go of Hope. His recent plea for one more chance carries that familiar mixture of regret and promise. He swears he has changed, that he's ready to truly prioritize her and their family this time. But can Hope trust him? That's the million-dollar question. For every apology Liam has offered, there's been a moment of betrayal waiting in the wings. Steffi remains an undeniable presence in his heart, and Hope knows it. That lingering what if with Steffi has always made her feel like the second choice in Liam's world. Still, Liam's timing could not be more calculated or desperate. He sees Carter's protective influence, senses the whispers around Hope, and feels his window closing. If he's going to reclaim her heart, it has to be now. His vulnerability might tug at Hope's compassion, but compassion is not the same as trust. Will Hope confuse the two? Hope's inner battle. Caught between Carter's steady logic and Liam's heartful promises, Hope struggles with her own desires. Her independence has grown since the collapse of her marriage. She has stepped into leadership roles, found her voice, and redefined what it means to live for herself, rather than for a man's validation. Yet loneliness lingers. The allure of being cherished, of having a family united again, tugs hard. Liam's plea plays on those old dreams of stability, while Carter's push toward marriage reminds her of the pressure society and family place on women like her. But the biggest challenge? Hope isn't sure she's ready to choose anyone. The idea of being pushed into a marriage, even under the guise of love, sparks resistance. She's tired of being a prize in someone else's game. Enter Sheila, the wild card. While Hope weighs her options, Sheila Carter prowls in her own corner of the canvas, creating ripples that could turn into tidal waves. Sheila's target of the week is Luna Nozawa, the young and promising designer whose innocence makes her easy prey. Sheila corners Luna with questions that feel less like conversation and more like interrogation. "Tell me everything," Sheila insists, her eyes flashing with that infamous Carter edge. But what exactly does she want to know? Some speculate Sheila is fishing for information about Luna's relationships, perhaps her closeness with R.J. Forrester or her complicated connection with Poppy. Others suspect Sheila is digging into Forrester business secrets, seeing Luna as an unsuspecting weak spot in the family's armor. Either way, Luna is caught off guard. She's been juggling her own drama, trying to prove herself as a designer while entangling the mess her mother left behind. Now, with Sheila breathing down her neck, Luna risks slipping into a web of manipulation that could ruin everything she's worked for. A dangerous parallel. Interestingly, Luna's current predicament mirrors Hope's in unsettling ways. Both women are being pressured, Hope by Carter and Liam, Luna by Sheila, and both face the risk of losing themselves in the demands of others. Hope's battle is one of the heart, Luna's one of survival. Yet the underlying theme is the same. How much of themselves will they sacrifice to satisfy others' expectations?